Hey everyone, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Again, this is Dr. Obam Bowen, and I'm extremely excited to come and share with you again today the topic of the day, which, as you can see captured below, is the 7 disadvantages of working hard, or in other words, working too hard. Right? So many people don't understand how bad this really is for you, right? So today I'm going to go over the 7 disadvantages of working too hard. But before we do that, just a quick reminder that this is still 2021, the year of the one thing. And the one thing I choose this year for myself is growth. See, growth is extremely important. So what is your one thing? Whatever your one thing is, comment what your one thing is below so that we know and be able to share with others. And if you're getting any value out of this, thank you so much, Marcia. If you're getting any value out of this, you can like, comment, throw some hearts to show some love. Hi, Rhonda, welcome. And also tag and share with others so that they can receive a blessing too. And this might be a good blessing for them, especially with today's topic. So the year of the one thing, and my one thing this year is growth. And here's my definition for growth before we jump into today's topic, right? Growth requires you to actually consistently or continually get out of your current comfort zone. If you're not, then you're staying in one place and you're living a life of apathy, which we'll talk about. So let's jump into today's topic. And today's topic is, as you see, the 7 disadvantages of working hard. If you want to learn more about the year of the one thing, you can go to theyearoftheonething.com. Check out what we're doing to help entrepreneurs there too. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, right? Number 1 is not enough. You're doing not enough to achieve your goals. What does that mean? So some people are doing so much that they can't accomplish a goal because they're working hard. They're working too hard. I remember years ago when I first started, basically my first business, I was just so focused and caught up in working hard and getting things done, doing the day-to-day, that sometimes I even lost sight of my goal. When you're working so hard, you can't even keep track of what's going on. You're working a little too hard. So it's about breaking your goals down. It's about doing what you said you're going to do long after the feeling of the moment is you said it and has left. That's commitment. Most people don't understand how to stay committed to what they promise themselves they will do. So not enough to achieve your goals. It means you're working too hard. You're overworking yourself. You get burnt out, which really rolls into number 2. You will damage your health. Again, speaking for self, I remember years ago, I would work. I used to say stuff like this. And for those of you who knew me then, you probably heard me say stuff like, money doesn't sleep, so why should I? It was one of the dumbest things because I've heard it from other folks. It sounded great, but here's what happened. After going without sleep for so long and my phone was on all throughout the night, which by now it's not. So if you try to call me pretty much after 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, it's not going to happen unless we had something pre-done. I have an actual work schedule and routine, and I work around that. But my body started to shut down, and I was unhealthy. My body started to shut down on me. Didn't matter what happened. Lack of sleep, by the way, is one of the number 1 ways to start gaining weight. So if you're overweight, if you're gaining weight, you don't know why. You're eating healthy, doing everything you should. Look at how much of your water intake that you're having and how much sleep you're not having. You need to know what your sleep number is. Like for me, it's on average between 6 to 8 hours and I'm good. Consistently, when you start to go without less sleep, it starts to diminish your health. First, your mental health, and that's the worst, right? So that's number 1 and number 2. Number 3, here's what's crazy. It will damage your creativity. The less time you have to think, the less creative you will be. If you are working too hard, you don't have time to be creative. Remember, what separates us from the animals is our ability to think. It's your ability to change your mind. It's your ability to adapt. So if your creativity is gone because you're working too hard, and it's gone, you will dwindle too. So number 4 is very, very important. Here's number 4. Number 4, it indicates that you cannot prioritize. If you're not prioritizing things to do, you're working too hard on some, and you don't have the right order of work or the right priority. You know, in the Marine Corps, I remember so much that there's so many different matrices and things to do as, you know, you're building and you're working. There's called a priority of work metrics. What do you do first? What do you do second? What do you do third? What do you do to accomplish the goal at hand, to accomplish the mission, to take out the enemy, right? Number 5, it indicates that you cannot delegate. So many people that believes that if you want to do something right, you do it yourself. Learn to delegate. If you're not delegating, it also means that you cannot trust. So if you don't know how to trust, sorry, learn to delegate. If you're not delegating, you're working entirely too hard. And number 6 indicates that you're actually not working smart. Think about it. If you're not delegating, you're definitely not working smart. And you can see how all these things are affecting you. So if there's something in your business, in your job, whatever it is that you're doing, hi Nelly, thank you so much, appreciate the love. If you're doing all those things, you can't prioritize, you can't delegate, you're working too hard, you're losing sleep, right? You're becoming unhealthy. It's insanity. That's the very definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So it indicates that you cannot work smart. And if you're not working smart, well, I'll leave that alone. Number 7, the last and final one, which is a compilation of all the others. Crazy how these work. Number 7 is this. It indicates that you have overwhelm in your job or overwhelm in your business. Why? Because you're not letting other people do other tasks. It's easier. Some people say, well, I want to get it done right. And if you want to get it right, if you want to get it done and you want to get it done right, do it yourself. If you're doing 100% and failing, doesn't it make sense to have 10 people doing 10% and you can supervise and delegate? Yes, that does make sense. So it doesn't pay to work hard, too hard. It does pay to work smart and then focus on the things that help you to differentiate the difference between being efficient and effective. Effectiveness, working effectively, is working smart. Here's an example. I can do most of the things I do to run any of my businesses. But it is better to have a business partner who can do the same thing. Fred, how are you, buddy? Welcome. It's better to have a business partner that can focus in one area where I can put in 1 to 5% in that area. And better to have 10 people focus on 10 major things that I can supervise and help. And when the mistakes are made, we have a meeting of the mind, where 2 or more mind combine, it creates a third more powerful mind. You create then a mastermind, so you don't have to work as hard. If you're working too hard, you are working wrong. And that, my friends, reduces your ability to grow. Remember, this is the year of the one thing, and my one thing is growth. If you're not growing, you're declining. And in nature, everything is all about growing or declining. Choose growth. Because if you don't choose growth, you end up living a life of apathy. And as I said earlier, what is the definition of apathy, or what is my working definition of apathy? It's this. Apathy is a natural human instinct. It is common to us all, and it consistently forces us to seek a comfort zone where nothing ever changes. So if you think about those 7 things that you do, it's time that you change your mind. And it's okay to change your mind. In fact, that is chapter 1 of my book, Today's the Day. It's okay to change your mind. So take care. God bless. If you want to know more about what we're doing at the Year of the One Thing this year, go to theyearoftheonething.com. See how we're helping entrepreneurs like yourself. And remember, if you are not growing, you're declining. Choose growth, because if you don't, you'll live a life of apathy. This is Dr. Obama saying, choose growth. This is the Year of the One Thing. Take care. God bless. And come back again tomorrow for another amazing share. Bless you and bless someone else by tagging or sharing them with this message today. Bye for now.